Oh hello, this is Tak Chung from Walk with Tak. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe and share. One of the most frequent questions asked in my cooking class as well as on my YouTube channel is whether I should get a round bottom wok. And what are the advantages and disadvantages of a round bottom wok in comparison to a flat bottom wok? Furthermore, when it comes to flat bottom wok, there are quite a bit of differences in the bottom surface area of the wok. Some of the flat bottom wok has a small surface area, whereas some has a much larger surface area. And one of the wok that has become very popular is wok with a large flat surface area, frequently known as a wok pan. So what are the advantages as well as disadvantages of a wok pan? In this video, I'm going to address the pros and cons of different cook surfaces of a wok. The first wok I'm going to look at is the large 14-inch cast iron wok. This wok actually is a round bottom wok. It has a pedestal-like structure at the bottom, so actually I can use it right on top of my glass top electric range. This wok truly is a round bottom wok because it has a curvature across the entire surface. This is a can hung 14-inch carbon steel wok. It has the smallest bottom surface compared to other flat bottom surface wok. Because of this, the side of the wok has a steeper curvature than almost any other woks. This wok is the Joyce Chan carbon steel wok. It has a slightly larger flat bottom area. Its bottom surface area is larger than the can hung 14-inch carbon steel wok, but not by a whole lot more. The next wok is the Emuser light cast iron wok. The bottom surface of this wok is definitely larger than the Joyce Chan carbon steel wok. It measures a little bit under 7 inches across the bottom surface. The next wok up in this scale is the Cucina 14-inch stainless steel wok. It has the largest surface of a 14-inch wok. It measures almost 9 inches across. This wok frequently known as a wok pan because its cooking surface is almost the size of a small frying pan. So as you can see, a wok comes cooking surfaces of different sizes, some smaller and some larger. It seems to make sense that wok with a smaller cooking surfaces might use less cooking oil. So for the remaining of this video, I'm going to test these ideas. I'm going to use half tablespoon of oil to fry an egg. So my hypothesis is that the wok with a large cooking surface area, there might not be enough oil to cover the surface, so the egg will not fry properly. The first wok I'm going to test this is the large 14-inch cast iron wok, which has a round bottom. The oil pour right in the middle of the wok as it is suggested, and then I put an egg into the wok. The curvature of the wok keeps the egg very nice in the middle of the wok. This wok is well seasoned, so there should be no problem for the egg to slide over the surface of the wok. And this is exactly what happened. So far so good. Our first wok performed excellently. So okay, the next wok I'm going to try is the can hung 14-inch carbon steel wok. This wok probably has the smallest cooking surface of all the flat bottom woks. Again, I used half tablespoon of cooking oil and it covered that bottom of the wok quite nicely. As you can see, the bottom of the wok is quite small and the egg is very much constrained by the surrounding curvature of the wok. Again, the wok is well seasoned. I have no problem having the egg to slide across the surface of the wok. So far so good. The amount of oil seems to be adequate in frying an egg in this wok. The next wok I'm going to test is the Joyce Chan 14-inch carbon steel wok. The problem about this wok is that when you heat it up, it starts to spin. This is a common problem with carbon steel wok because they change shape after they being heated. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and test this wok. I'm going to add half tablespoon of canola oil as I have done previously. Right away, you can tell that this wok has a much larger flat surface because the oil do not cover the wok readily. I have to rock the wok in order to have the oil to flow across the flat surface area. As you can see, when I break the egg into the wok, the egg white immediately spread across the surface of the wok. Since the bottom surface of this wok is much larger, there's not much constraint to prevent the egg white from expanding across the surface of the wok. And because of how the egg white has spread out, you can tell the outcome of this egg is slightly different from the two previous examples. Again, we don't have much problem of the egg stick to the surface of the wok. Okay, so far so good. Next is the Imusa 14-inch light cast iron wok. It has a larger cooked surface area. As I mentioned earlier, it measures about 7 inches across. You can clearly tell here that the cooking oil is definitely not sufficient to spread at least automatically across the surface of the wok. So I have to tilt the wok to make sure all areas of the bottom surface is covered with cooking oil. Nevertheless, half tablespoon of cooking oil seems to be able to do the job. As in the previous case, when I dropped the egg into the wok, the egg yolks spread readily across the surface of the wok. In fact, this area is big enough for frying 2 eggs at the same time. However, there seems to be enough oil because the egg do not stick to the bottom of the wok and able to glide freely on its surface. So okay, last but not the least is the Cuisinart 14-inch stainless steel wok. This wok has the largest cooked surface area and it measures about 9 inches across. It is about the size of a standard frying pan. And in fact, the company advertised this as a stir-fry pan. So as you can tell, half tablespoon of cooking oil definitely has a hard time covering the entire surface of the wok. So I have to rock the wok in such a way so that the oil will flow across the entire surface of the wok. Nevertheless, it seems to be enough to cover the whole bottom surface. So when I crack the egg into the wok, you can see the egg just flow all over the place. In fact, the only thing constrained from the egg from expanding is when it comes to the edge of the slope. Based on how I fry the egg, you can tell that this wok's bottom surface is significantly larger than the first one we tested, which is the large 14-inch cast iron wok. However, so far so good because the egg do not stick to the bottom of the wok, so suggest that the half tablespoon of cooking oil is sufficient. The egg actually turned out as good as the egg in any other previous wok that we have tested. So what is my conclusion? So based on this result, that for half tablespoon of cooking oil, it does very well frying an egg, whether it is in a round bottom wok or in a wok pan, such as that in a Cuisinart 14-inch stainless steel wok. So from the standpoint of the amount of oil that you need to cover the surface of the wok, the result is obvious. In this case, the round bottom wok is much better. The large 14-inch wok requires the least amount of oil to cover the cooking surface, whereas the 14-inch Cuisinart stainless steel wok, due to its large cooked surface area, half tablespoon of cooking oil barely able to cover the cooked surface area. If you want to minimize the amount of oil that you would use in your cooking, then the round bottom wok is definitely a better choice. However, a flat bottom wok with a large cooked surface is more versatile. It will allow you to do shallow frying. Because it can perform like a small frying pan, making an omelette is not a problem at all. And you can also use it to make a grilled cheese sandwich. In fact, 2 of them. If you're hungry for French toast, it will perform this cooking duty admirably. And if you are hungry for hamburger, this wok can also perform that cooking duty. So if you want a wok that will use the least amount of cooking oil, then the large 14-inch cast iron wok is probably the best choice. However, if you want a wok with the greatest possibility in performing different cooking functions, then the Cucina 14-inch stainless steel wok is a much better wok. Personally, I prefer the 14-inch Cucina stainless steel wok because of its flexibility in carrying out different cooking functions. I post a video every day to introduce my fast cooking system. And the word fast stands for flavor chasing, advanced prepping, stir frying, and template-based cooking. This cooking system will allow you to cook every day using all fresh ingredients in less than 30 minutes. This will not only give you the maximum health benefit, but will also allow you to cook the food that you love. Keep on cooking. I will see you tomorrow.